Hello, thanks for joining me today. We're gonna just do a little bit of yoga, standing up, work on some basics of our Sun Salutation A, our Sun Salutation B, and a moon flow. And the Sun Salutation A and B are very common to most yoga classes you'll take. They replicate the sun. You can look up pictures of the flow and it goes in a circle. And it's the same thing with the moon flow. It should be replicating phases of the moon, especially that crescent shape. And so most of these poses, they're going to be standing up, good for welcoming energy into the body, just kind of getting the body moving. And this can be done at the beginning of the day, end of the day, whenever is good that feels best for you. And we're not going to be using any props for this class, this short little session. We're just going to be standing up for most of it. So feel free to just let that energy come in as you get standing. It's okay if you get a little bit sweaty. You can always come back to the breath, but I hope you enjoy it. So we'll start standing today. Get tall, widen the toes, just kind of start out in mountain pose, wide fingers. You can stretch the hands up. You can look up at the hands, lengthening the spine and the whole body. Begin to send the hips back, hands wide apart. We're just diving down to a forward fold, bringing the head close to the shins, lifting the hips up high, and pressing off the shins, halfway lift, lengthening the spine out. And we're slowly transitioning to plank pose. And going down, Chaturanga to upward facing dog. And taking a big breath in here. Exhaling, down dog. You can walk the feet up to the hands. Halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Back to a forward fold. And all the way back up. Very nice. Hands come to center. Taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Releasing the hands. Bringing them up. Sinking the hips down. We're going to begin Sun Salutation B. So just coming into chair pose. Can send the knees back behind the toes. Can tuck the tailbone in. Lengthen the spine. Sit a little bit deeper. And taking a breath here. And gently flowing down towards a forward fold, bringing the head in close to the shins. Coming up, forward fold. And coming down for plank. We're going to Chaturanga down, squeezing the elbows to the rib cage. Swimming the chest up, upward facing dog, and back, downward facing dog, hips are high, trying to drop the heels low, pressing the chest towards the thighs. We're going to lift that right leg up, high as we can, keeping the hips square, bending that right knee, bringing it in close towards your face, stepping through to the hands, back heel rests down, and we're just making our way up. Warrior one, hands come together, gently reaching back. A little bit of a back bend here. So we make our way down. Bringing the hands around the feet, back to down dog. And Chaturanga, coming into plank. Coming down, up dog. And down dog. Lifting the left leg high as you can, keeping the hips square. Bending that left knee, stepping through. Back heel settles down. Reaching up. Warrior one. A little bit of a back bend here. Coming all the way down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog, we'll walk the feet close to the hands. Halfway lift, lengthening the spine. And forward fold, bringing the head in close to the shins. Rising all the way up. Hands up and back to center, taking a deep breath in. And slow breath out. Dropping the hands. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. Beginning our moon flow, we'll lift the arms up. Mountain pose, reaching high as you can interlace the fingers, push the hands up for palm tree pose. Going towards our right side, stretching out the left. Sending that left rib cage out far as you can, dipping towards the right. Slowly coming up, releasing the hands, making our way into goddess pose or a horse stance, knees wide, feet wide, lengthening the spine, bringing the arms into this pointed position with the elbows, cactus arms, can stay here for a breath. And reaching up to 5-point star, reaching each direction you can, lengthening out. We're going to slowly turn this into Triconasana. So on our right side, the toes point, left foot is up and down, whereas the right foot is left and right. Setting the hips back, we pour over this right thigh for triangle pose, lengthening out the arms, twisting the stomach, the chest, the head up towards the ceiling for Trikonasana, triangle pose. And then gently, when you're ready, we're going to bend the elbows, bring our hands together, palms together. And if that's too much, you can just bring your fists together in the back. Anything that opens up the chest here, we're going to send the hips back, straighten out the legs. You can also shorten that stance if need be. And then fold over that right leg as best you can. Letting the head drop. Gently letting gravity take control here. Taking a breath. And when you're ready, dropping the hands, surrounding that right foot. That left heel lifts up, scoots back so that you can set that left knee down. left foot down, and just making your way into this low lunge crescent position, reaching the hands back, a little bit of back bend here, taking a breath, gently coming back. From here, transitioning from this low lunge position to a Cossack. Cossack squat, take your time here. Just getting deeper into that right hip, right knee bent, left leg long. Take a moment here. And then we'll make our way into Malasana. Can heel toe the feet together. Send the hips down. The elbows, take the knees apart. Hands drop. Center of the chest down towards gravity. Letting the hips sink. Spine is tall. Taking a breath here. Letting the hands touch the mat. We're going to kick out the other side, the left leg long, and then bend that left knee. So now that the right side is long. So take a moment getting into this Cossack with the left side bent, right side long. Taking a moment to breathe into the hips. And slowly we'll begin to turn that into a lunge. Take your time here, lifting that back heel up, squaring the hips with this front leg. Can drop that right knee low, down to the ground, that foot flat. Coming up for crescent. Little bit of a back bend here. Gently making your way back. Framing the hands around the feet. That back foot is active. Coming up, we can shorten our stance. That back foot steps forward. And we're getting back into this Triconasana position. So that back foot, the foot can go sideways, can go up and down. And this one, long. So trying to send the hips back. Legs are long. Hands interlace. Fists could be together. Could be in a reverse prayer. Anything to open up the chest. So we forward fold here. Reverse prayer and Trikonasana. And then letting this left hand find the foot, find the shin. Opening up to Trikonasana, sending the hips back. Arms long, legs long. Opening up the chest, the head towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, this top hand is going to pull you up, all the way up where you can do a big 5-point star reach. Reaching in each direction, opening up the ribs, the chest, legs and arms. Coming down to goddess, spreading the knees apart, feet apart, elbows down, cactus arms. Sitting down with the breath. And coming up. Gonna reach up, heel toe, back to hip width distance. And then side bend as much as you can towards the left. Sending the ribs towards the right. And stretching up. Mountain pose, reaching everything up. Letting the hands drop. Hands up to the heart. Taking a deep breath in. And slow breath out. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel a little bit lengthened out, stretched out, that you got the energy going, feeling a little bit better. I appreciate you taking the time. If you have any requests or any feedback, I'd be happy to hear. Hope you're taking care. Stay well. Thank you guys. Bye.